Hi, um, I hope you're all doing well, and thank God for the fire He has brought us, and um, thank God for our families and protection, because a lot of people are struggling in different spheres of life. People are struggling financially. People are struggling health-wise. People are struggling with a lot of torments and challenges. At my age, which I will not rather disclose, but for the purpose of this video is that I'm an adult, and by nature I'm a very kind person, and I always try as much as possible to listen to people, and I always have best intentions at heart for people. However, throughout my life, a lot of people easily exploit soft targets. I mean, what do I mean by soft targets? People who seem compassionate, people who seem to be nice. A lot of other people want to take advantage of them, especially people around them. This could be their close relatives, close friends. So fast forward to my personal experience is that I left my country to go and study abroad, and I had to be paired with someone from the same country as my roommate. So usually when you travel abroad, and you find a countrymate, you feel that sense of belonging. So it is very easy to communicate with your countrymate that you have found abroad, but also trusting them, and sharing. You want to share your personal maybe background and personal experiences with the person. But not every countrymate actually wishes you well, especially someone that you stay with, someone that you expose much of the information, of your personal information, to them. So we are struggling and trying to make ends meet in a new country with this roommate. God helps us, we work out things, like in terms of making some financial gains here and there. As a man, you really have to struggle, so because you have people on your hand to support back home. So you are lucky and get something to do and get some money. So this fellow that I stay with, You know, in these developed countries, I mean, the vast majority of them, people don't have a habit of picking what does not belong to them. It is just enshrined within their culture. So when you travel to these countries, you don't want to keep things private, like especially property, or because people it's not in them to pick what doesn't belong to them. So in my room, just two people, and you know, I had just put aside some money in one of my compartments, and so I had gone out, spent some time there. On my way back, like the following day, I looked for the money and I don't see the money. Of course, I talked to my roommate, and he denies, you know, the countrymate's friend who's supposed to literally like watch out for you, you know, be nice to you and share as a brother. So the money goes missing, and we are only two in the room. We are only two people who have access to the room, and then the money is missing. Of course, the first suspect is him. So I didn't want to cause I didn't want to involve like police and investigations and all that kind of stuff, simply because it would propagate other you know, other issues, and it would expose us as a country, because same country and we are doing this kind of thing is happening. It's really unfortunate. So I just let it pass, because I know money is not everything, and for what it's worth, you should never lose your life over anything. You understand? Because money you can make you know, another money. But what am I trying to say? You often hear stories of other people in the diaspora. Like, I've seen a lot of social media stories of my countrymates, you know, who do bad, worse things to fellow countrymates. I mean, in terms of like they are so malicious, and they don't want to help, and they want to literally like drag you into shit that may be very difficult for you to jump out. For example, maybe calling the, you know, authorities because maybe you're undocumented and that kind of thing. So moral of the story is, not every person who seems close to you actually has good intentions for you, or not everyone you share your story with will understand you. You understand? So the only person who can understand you in that moment is God. Of course, I know there are some people who don't believe in God, and people have different gods, but the only person that is left, because human beings naturally are corruptible. You understand? Your whole family can be corrupted. your entire friends can be corrupted, especially when you have a real challenge, a real problem. You'll notice that even your fellow friends will start judging you. You know you're the victim, but your friends will begin judging you, some of them, and they try to be so wise. You know, they try to pretend to be wise and throwing, you know, advice that will not help. And actually, let me tell you, even some of them don't want to associate with you when you have challenges. So I'm sharing this video because I lost a lot, and it could just happen to anyone. So whenever you have something, keep it safely. If it is money, never trust anyone, even when you are in the, you know, the safest you know, country on earth, and people don't pick, but there will be wrong elements, you know. So, and don't share too much with people. It's useless. It's useless. Don't share a lot more than you can, like with people, like your personal history, like your stories. Don't, unless maybe it is like your mother and you trust her. Either your mother or someone that is close to you and you can trust. Yeah, so I lost the money. I gave up on it. I'm just working on my you know, personal growth right now. But of course, I'm not a loser. I'm not saying that I'm a loser. Of course, you know, when you lose, you know, when you lose your glory, you just have to fight to get it back. You understand? You have to train and master. You've got to have that art of calming down yourself when you're at your low points. You've got to find the courage to keep moving, to keep going. Otherwise, the only person that can deal with the depression is yourself. You understand? No amount of counseling can help if you're not willing to find your inner you know, to tap into your inner spirit in you actually talk to yourself and get out of that mess. So thank you for listening. I am not a motivational speaker, but I'm a realist. You know, this is real life. These things happen. Don't be depressed. Just find a way of getting yourself out of that. You can go to the gym. You can read a book. You can listen to the gospel. You can, but in my case, I you know, I move out and try to engage. Yeah, thank you for listening to me.